The Hump, Ep.6, The Walking Man Purse. Episode 6, The Walking Man Purse.
6, man.
6. Welcome to The Hump, your show about how to get one over in this thing called life. This is Brent Bowen.
Chad Beeland.
You're looking nice tonight.
I'm dressed for the occasion.
A little extra loose.
Yeah, we're talking about fashion today. So
yeah, we are talking about fashion today. Are those? Well, I'll tease you about that too. Those look like the NBA. You don't have the lenses popped out. Like that was the NBA thing for a while, wearing fake glasses. Are those your readers?
I know they're actually fake glasses, but they do have lenses. So yeah.
We want to. You brought the beer tonight. Thank you.
Well, we've been only drinking like stouts and porters, which God, I love them. Don't get me wrong, but even my wife Diane was like, a little iceberg. Hey,
Scorpion Bowl.
It's got bits of real scorpion in it.
Does it really?
So you know it's good.
It's kind of like the worm in the tequila. Is that the thing? It's got
it's
got the tail in the bottom of that thing, or what?
I like the slogan they have. It's a punch to the stinger.
A punch to the stinger. Great. I haven't had dinner yet, so hopefully
it's only 7.5.
I don't pull a Chad and fall out of my chair during the middle of the show. So
I've been known to do that.
You have been known to do that. Okay, so Stone Scorpion Bowl IPA. Now Stone's out of
California.
California.
They're actually in a lawsuit right now with Keystone.
Really?
Well, because there's a cool video out there. It's basically the head of Stone, and he has this video that's basically saying that Keystone keeps cutting the key part off and just presenting themselves as Stone. And he's like, we've been brewing for like 25 years. Like, we're a real deal. And he's like, I'm just tired of it. So he's suing to get them to stop saying, 30 stones or stone this or stone that.
Interesting. I'll have to go look that up when we're finished here. So
impassioned speech.
An impassioned speech about the brand property.
The man sticking it to him.
Well, despite we need a couple things we need to toast to. Despite what you're wearing today, the weather is, believe it or not, getting better. And what is that around your neck, by the way?
I'm told it's an infinity scarf, and I don't know how the hell people wear these things.
Well, that's appropriate because we've got the Infinity War. We got a little
infinity scarf. It's itchy as a mofo, though, so I'm just gonna drop that right there.
Okay, the Infinity scarf is that dyes?
It is.
Okay.
It is. So.
Well, we should toast to spring being finally here. The other day it was 70 degrees. It got north of 70 degrees.
We strung a couple beautiful days together.
Yeah, which was lovely.
So nice.
Oh, that is lovely.
That is
I
nice.
do like that.
Punch to the stinger.
Punch to the stinger from Stone. The other thing, this is a complete change on you. It's not on here but it was brought to my attention because I didn't see it during the match the other night. Sporting the other night freaking went off.
They laid the wood. I mean, if that was a football game, 6-0 in soccer is like 42-0 in football. Like, it is laying the wood.
Well, and who was the cat that had he ended up having the hat trick.
Yeah,
Johnny Russell had the hat trick. But what I missed out of that, and I want to toast, and that's why I ended up making my T-shirt selection was I worked on this project and helped him with this, was Matt Beasler.
Yes.
He ended up breaking the career record for franchise minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and toast Matt. I know
local guy too.
The local guy's a little too Captain America for you sometimes, but
that's a fair assessment. But he's still a hell of a guy.
Yeah, and you saw how I arranged this, right?
Yeah.
Iron Man next to you, Cap next to me. So little
not by accident.
Not by accident, intentional. Maybe a little Thor to separate the two of us. So
we're both worthy.
The last thing I want to toast, and they can't quite see all the changes that have been made, and there'll be more next week, is we're going to actually have our first guest next week. Confirmed. Confirmed.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Now, whether we can get this thing straightened out will be another thing entirely. But
I mean, we're so good at this now. I mean, yeah, throw another person in there. Let's see what we got.
so we're going to bring, I want to toast our first guest next week, confirmed. I say that in why. We're going to talk about travel.
One of my favorite things.
Yes, both of our favorite things. And
Sure.
she has a blog called The Girl Who Goes, and talks about independent travel. She likes to go places and experience them. I mean, you and I'll go and do that, and we'll be together or go in a group,
Yeah.
right? She'll like to explore these cities all by herself. And a couple of weeks ago, you were with me. I was drinking and I was texting her, like,
Right.
concerned for her safety. She was in Mexico City traveling by herself, which I'm texting her going, "Are you insane?"
That takes some stones.
That does take some stones.
Yeah.
So we'll toast Kathy again, but
Wow.
we're going to talk to her about independent travel.
I'm not down with the independent travel. I like somebody to play with,
Yeah.
somebody to have some fun with, do some activities, whatever. But
Well, we can pick her brain on that too, because she makes friends along the way. So it's a completely different.
I don't really like people though.
You only like people that you're like comfortable with.
Yeah, like I generally find most people to be the worst. So
Well, you might have a different opinion of Kathy once you meet her. So,
Perhaps.
and the other thing Kathy's going to do too is when we have a guest, and hopefully folks will like this idea. I kind of like this idea. I think you got into it too when I messaged you the other day, is that when we have a guest and we have a theme tied to the guest, is our Triple D scenario
Mhm.
will be theme related. So next week's will be travel related. And the one I posited to you,
Oh.
I sent to her, and she goes, "Ooh, I really do like that one." She goes, "I'm gonna brainstorm potentially some
Yes.
others, but she really liked the one I posited.
Yeah,
to her.
it's a good one because it's definitely one of those that can run the gamut. Most of them are pretty defined, but that one, it could be anybody.
Yeah, and that's one that really gets really well. I was a little hyperbolic in my text to you around
Right.
like hurting people. I don't hurt, but I definitely stall.
No, yeah, this is one you definitely throw the stink eye around, and So, very excited.
So last week, we need to give folks a little update on our tap tour progress.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work, but we're making progress.
We are making progress.
You're making progress. I'm just
You're
along for
just-
the ride.
You've been, well, it's well documented you're a sidecar, but we had some additional sidecars this last
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah, we did. We took the ladies with us. So,
Mm-hmm.
well, and then some other friends. So it was not the norm of just the running men.
No, it was not the norm. And the ladies had such a good time that they invited themselves to future
Yeah,
tours.
Yeah.
So I have to tell you that I really enjoyed. Not only did we take the ladies, one of the other unique experiences out of this week's tap tour, and I had no idea. You knew about it, but I had no idea about it. Was Stockyards.
Yeah,
And that whole thing with Stockyards, I thought that was cool.
yeah. Bluegrass Sundays.
So
Yeah, that was maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna say that was the best bluegrass concert I've ever been to.
yeah, we sat through what? It was probably not sat through like it was, labor, but it was like 6 or 7, 8 songs. They had, that stayed after their intermission, but it was a band called the Match Sellers. And what I appreciated about them, I think it was the same thing you appreciated. They were downright fun. Like a lot of that was, almost all of it was original tunes and a great sense of humor.
Yeah, it was entertaining. I mean, they tell little stories in between each song. I liked it a lot, and that's that kind of music's not my bag normally, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Beer in the hand.
Yeah, and I normally don't seek it out, although bluegrass is starting to gain some more prominence here in the city. We had, just within the last 5 years, the Folk Alliance which I don't know if you know this or not, the Folk Alliance was in, they're in the River Market now. Their offices are in the River Market. But what's cool is the Folk Alliance actually started in, well, I don't know if they started there, but spent like the last couple decades in Austin, Texas. And they were part of the inspiration for South by Southwest.
Oh, wow.
And they didn't like what was happening necessarily. And I saw an interview with the guy that, is the executive director of the Folk Alliance. Didn't necessarily like what was going on within Austin. It had become too corporate.
Mm-hmm.
So as a result, you're seeing more folk type music, and bluegrass being kind of a derivative form of folk kind of folk music. So I really enjoy that, and we'll look forward to going back. So
yeah, that one dude, they said the bass player, he's in 4 bands. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
About how he negotiated four different bands. So
that's a big commitment, but more power to him.
Yeah, they make it work. Well, that I think it was last week we toasted Kansas City Young Audiences and Chris Hudson because of the Garage Band. We actually saw him there, the teacher there, and apparently he teaches every night and still gets out. And it was awesome to see him kind of enjoying some of that music too. So
yeah, I mean, somebody like that. I mean, music's his life. Like, whether it's not work, it's just he loves music and he's going to go see all kinds of varieties and whatnot. And yeah, it was good to see him.
It's kind of like you and me running our mouths is just part of who we are.
Yeah. I mean, we can get paid doing it, even better. But we're not quite to that point yet.
All right. Well, and I purged some things last week too. Was very excited about it.
I know.
I'm trying to change my ways. You were calling me a hoarder, and I'll have to tell you, man. I just want to give a shout out to the folks at Johnson County Community College, City of Overland Park, for putting together that recycling extravaganza. That looked like a air traffic control situation where they had the volunteer. Like, I've never seen anything so organized as that, where you worked at the beginning and they said, okay, what do you have in your car? I'm like, oh God, I loaded this all in my car and I got to think about what I have in my car. And they said, well, do you have this, this, and this? Yes. And they're like, so you need to go there, check in there, and then you're going to go right, and then you go to the next gate, and then they'd redirect you. And I had the whole back of the SUV loaded with shred paper, electronics, LED light bulbs, other items of ill repute. And they had me in and out of there within 10 minutes. It was beautiful. It was really a thing of beauty.
I think of all the good that's going to come from that. Get rid of your old TVs and stuff.
The good that's going to come from that is the day D graduates, that for sale sign is going in the front yard. That's the good that's really going to come from it.
Well, you start purging now, you'll be ready.
Yeah. Well, but Becca and I,
a few years.
It's going to take us a few. Becca and I are doing that once a month. We picked a day to it's a purge day, we're working room by room through the house.
Yeah.
So if your chair's gone by December,
I'll bring mine.
Okay. Excuse me.
I have that one with the little side table.
Do you? Well, we need another one for our guest.
I mean, it's like a folding chair. It's not, anything nice.
You have something?
Yeah.
We need something, because even the stool that Jay sits on, that wooden stool, is chopped in half because I got a little over exuberant after Becca and I went to Blade and Timber. And
broke out your hatchet?
And I own a hatchet. Yeah. I mean, it's sitting right over there in the corner and I don't know why it's still in this room.
I'm not sure. It makes me a little nervous, but
it's so guests get out there. Jay's looking for it, going like, where it's really for. I need to put it back here so if guests get out of hand. I mean, the lightsaber's on. That's not. Yeah. That's not really functional.
It's not real.
It's not. Okay. Yeah, it's not functional. So,
speaking along those lines, what we're looking forward to this week. You can see by the gear.
You can tell I was busy this morning.
Yeah, I came in. I thought I was in the wrong set. I was like, "Am I in the other studio?"
No, you're in the studio. You're in the right place.
This is. I'm excited.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Friday morning.
I do not want to get a text from you though.
I'm gonna text you everything. Bad. Cannot believe Tony Stark dies.
You fucking bad. They all die. You know they all die.
I'll know first.
You will know first. I mean, I know you don't like to read the reviews and stuff ahead of time, where I'm completely the opposite. And I've read not every review, but I've read 3 or 4 reviews, and then Grant has read a couple reviews and come into me and be like, Dad, 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 Dad.
He's geek too.
He's what's funny is he's got that whole kind of teenage film thing vibe going on, and when it comes to, for whatever, like Star Wars, he's past that anymore to where it's like, oh, I'm cool.
So he still gets
like the Avengers
excited.
He gets excited. Yeah, the Marvel movies get him excited. So he's
I got a friend of mine that I told him yesterday I was going Friday morning, and it stuck in his craw. Like, I could tell he was pissed. He was kind of like, I got to work, and I'm like, sorry, and
made your bed, lie.
And I heard later on that he was still a little peeved. So
you should text him, not me.
I'm texting everybody.
Yeah, I already know. They'll die at the end, so it's all right. It's all right. So no tap tour this week, but I've got something fun going on the blog at the end of this weekend. So folks should look. I'll put it in the comments, and I haven't gotten an answer from you whether you're going to participate or not. All I need
I have no idea what we're talking about.
100 words from you. Is the May up? So we're going to do a new series. Becca and I are doing a new series on the blog called Up Next.
Okay.
And we're basically asking people. We've got, I think, 4 or 5 submissions in thus far. I'm hoping I can get us to 6 or 7. We're asking people in 100 words around what Kansas City thing are they most excited about.
You can't keep throwing things at me when we've been drinking beer, because then I'm like, we've never had this discussion, and then you tell me a little bit, and I remembered it. Like, I'm with you now.
Yes.
Okay.
All I need all I need from you is you tell me what you're excited about in May. Not now, but in writing. Well, you could afterwards. You could
just speak it into the microphone, and you can.
Well, and I offered that to somebody. That one of the folks that's participating are some podcasters that I love. Like, they're a Kansas City podcast.
Yeah.
I think they really do some great stuff. I'll give a little preview because they've already provided their submission. They're called the Chalkboard Podcast.
I know those guys.
And they provided their submission. I'm very pleased with their submission. You and I are value aligned with their submission because it has to do with beer. So, but we asked basically folks to provide the Kansas City thing they're most excited about. And I use the Avengers as an example because I love Don Cheadle and he's from here.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, the Avengers are a Kansas City thing because, Don Cheadle's in it.
Iron Patriot.
He is, or War Machine. Depends on which version.
I'm more of a War Machine guy.
I am too. That might be a triple D. Is Iron Patriot dick, douche, or dumbass?
Yeah. It's douchey. I'm going to throw that out there. I think anybody that feels the need, that claims they love their country so much they need to wear a flag, it's borderline douche. Not borderline, it's actually douche, but that's a whole nother triple D.
Yeah, whole nother conversation. So you met. That's a nice transition. We were talking about wearing things.
Yeah.
Today we decided to do fashion.
All right, let me get back.
I need some more beer. Oh my God, we drained this?
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to have to text somebody to bring us some more beer.
All right, now I'm back.
Now you're back?
We're talking about fashion.
With your infinity scarf?
Yes.
All right. So, although you're completely departed from this, I mean, it's spring, summer. You see what I'm wearing. I've got the cargo. I mean, it's 50 degrees. Hold on. It's 49 degrees, but I still am kind of faking it. Have the flip-flops on. Have my cargo shorts on.
I thought about this for a second. We both could have wore shorts and flip-flops and stuff, but I knew you would do that, so I was like, let's class it up a little bit.
I do like your t-shirt, though, I'll have to admit. Oh, we're good. Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, this is an old school Boulevard 10 penny.
That is the American Bitter.
Yeah.
They still serve that?
They do not.
Okay. They still
Sure,
sell
it's a
the
classic.
They still sell the t-shirt, though, don't they?
I don't think so.
Is that a Charlie Hustle t-shirt?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? You think it's one of their Boulevards?
It's a Boulevard shirt.
It's a Boulevard shirt. What's your go-to spring, summer gear? for fashion. It's not what you're wearing right now.
Certainly not.
You do like the velvet jacket, like the velvet. That is very Chad.
It is nice.
That is very Chad. The T-shirt under the velvet jacket is very Chad. The infinity scarf is not Chad.
No, and I'm gonna take it off again because
the glasses
itchy and hot.
The glasses not Chad. The extra mousse in the hair is, I would say, sometimes if dye like really kind of grinds your gears, for some reason I've seen you wear extra mousse, but normally it's not Chad.
Yeah. No, I hate socks and shoes for the most part. I am wearing socks and shoes today, but just bare feet, flip flops, whatever. That's my go-to.
That's your go-to?
Yeah.
Sandals, bare feet.
Yeah, definitely don't like shoes.
This is your.
Yeah.
Yep, looking good.
How about you? I see you got the classics though there.
Well, I've got.
You got the man.
Well, this is what I mean. We talked about this. This, for me, I don't care. I don't care if they're out of style or not. The cargo shorts are the equivalent of the walking man purse.
Yeah, you can carry a lot of shit.
I have carried a lot of shit. And then, I'm such a big nerd that I'll generally have like a battery backup for my battery backup.
Yeah.
And then maybe an apparatus to take some video if we're walking around. That the MERS is.
You do like to carry stuff.
Yeah, I do like to carry stuff.
I mean, I remember we went to New Orleans, like I had a backpack, and then you have the bag that you always travel with, that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh man, he did pare down. And then all of a sudden he's got a suitcase on top of it. I'm like, what equipment are you taking?
Well, that bag, and I should show it on camera. I mean, that's like my go bag. Like if the zombie apocalypse happens, that bag is going, and it's a messenger bag. It's a North Face messenger bag, but it's like my laptop bag, and it's got just about every form of charging device that goes along with it.
That is the biggest laptop bag I've ever seen. Like I could travel for a month with that bag and have more than enough room.
Well, the problem is I have so many electronics in that bag that anymore when they scan it at the airport, we get stalled. So, yeah.
Problem maybe.
No.
You don't need all that shit.
I do need all that crap. So, it was funny though. So my buddy Phil.
I do.
We've known him for a long time.
Yeah.
So we were talking about. I had coffee with him not too long ago, and he said, "What, you guys are going to do like a podcast or something?" He said, "What are you guys going to talk about?" And I said, "Well, we're going to have a whole episode dedicated to cargo shorts." And he's got 2 young children.
Yeah.
And he's a man of fact. I mean, this is a guy that wears the glasses regularly.
He is always well put together.
He is very. I mean, you could maybe accuse him of being a metrosexual.
Yeah,
could.
That's not a stretch. Yeah.
And I don't think he would take that as like some sort of slander or accusation.
No, I think people that are like that take it as a compliment.
Yeah, he is.
I don't see anything wrong with it. It's better than like hipster.
It is better than, well, I gravitate a little to that, or want to anyway. I want to get to the point I could put some beard oil in this, but I think you had commented, or somebody commented they were selling it at the bluegrass thing the other day. I want to be like that. I want to have a job, which is no job, really, to where I can do that, but I've still not gotten to that point. But I was talking to Phil. Phil has 2 young kids, and he said, Phil wears bow ties. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
And he said, I still own cargo shorts.
I fell into the trap. I had cargo shorts, and then, trying to stay hip. So I purged all my cargo shorts, and I regret that now. I admit that. But we were in New York in March, and, spring's coming. They start putting all their stuff out. They got cargo shorts everywhere in New York. And, Kansas City, we're, 3-4 years behind the rest of the country. So, yeah, I felt really stupid because I got rid of all my cargo shorts, and now they're back already.
Now, why really did you get rid of your cargo shorts?
I keep waffling back on sizes, get a little fat, and then I get rid of it. And I tend to I'm a purger. You know me. I don't hold on to anything. So I purge, and then I'm like, oh, wow, I wish I'd have kept those after all.
You don't have a fat container and a skinny like I have a tub with permanent marker that because I'll vacillate in 40 pounds easily.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the weather here.
Yeah.
You need when it gets cold, you need to put on the 40 pounds. When it gets warm, you need to drop down. But I have like a fat tub and then a skinny tub. You live in Johnson County for crying out loud.
I'm trying to stay positive, you lose 30, 40 pounds, you're like, hey, I'm going to keep it, I'm good to go. And then you start drinking beer again or something, and then, you got to go get bigger shorts and stuff. So
Di has had no influence on this.
The ladies in my life have had some influence on that. I want to,
because it's all ladies in your life, really.
It is all ladies, but I'm trying to keep up my image, and so yeah, maybe I was trying too hard to keep up with the fashion. But
how do they approach that? Did they come to you?
I really didn't gain any street cred. You think you make a move like that, and they're like, "Wow, man, he's got it going on. He's got it put together." No, really, nobody noticed. Okay. So I lost my safety net and gained nothing.
How much did they participate in the replacement of all these cargo shorts? Because you had to replace all those.
Yeah, Di went with me, but she always has deals at Express or something, and yeah.
But she largely let you pick out the replacements.
Yeah, I mean, she knows me well enough that if she tried to put me in something that I don't like, I'm just not going to wear it. So, she kind of nudges me. She's a master. She is the smartest person I know because she genuinely will make me think her ideas are my own. It's like Inception, like the movie. It doesn't work if somebody tells you the idea.
Yeah.
You have to have it self-generated up there. So she just kind of nudges and makes a comment and then, push and then leaves something out on the counter. And next thing I know, I'm like, I'm going to get me some new shorts.
I wasn't thinking that so much as Littlefinger. I don't think that she would appreciate that.
No, it's more like Inception. She's inside my own head.
It's subconscious.
Yeah. The voice sounds like me talking, but it's not.
It's not. It's her. Interesting. So she's never forced a look on you, though.
No.
Okay. So
she knows who I am. This is literally as good as it gets anymore.
See, Becca's the opposite. I mean, people probably see I probably have some sort of stain or something on this jacket.
There's a lot of dog hair on it.
And there's a lot of pug hair on this jacket, but I wear this jacket all the time. Well, one, because I just want to stay warm. I wash the jacket and the pug hair doesn't come off. Mm-hmm. I just say, oh, it's brindled. It's a feature.
Yeah.
It's a feature of the jacket.
Yeah.
It's heather when really it's supposed to be black.
Right.
But Becca really likes preppy clothes, and occasionally she'll go out shopping and bring back mint green shorts that are that are flat front, and she'll say, I want you to wear this, I think you'd look really good. I'm like, have you seen my ass? flat front shorts like that are not the cargo shorts alone. The pockets help with the ass situation around making sure there's enough extra space even to just fit that booty in there.
Like two pigs fighting under a blanket.
Yeah. And so they're still sitting up there with the hope of me wearing them at some point. And occasionally I will. If we go...
And you're going somewhere where nobody's going to see you.
Yeah. Or I'll appease her. It's like date night. And we're going to...
Okay.
Well, twice a year we'll go to some place to go eat and go sit out on a patio. I'll put on maybe a linen shirt, although she hates my linen shirts, and I actually like linen. Mm-hmm. That makes me think of the beach. But she's giving me these mint green shorts, and it's just not helping. So, so you've not really, if she doesn't force anything on you, you haven't really had a bad fashion situation as a result of anything that's been purchased.
No, I mean, I get looks sometimes when I wear something that I like. I get looks from your wife when I wear things that I like.
Well, my wife just generally doesn't have an affinity for feet, and the fact that your flip-flops are not the normal flip-flops is problematic.
Yeah. Again, I've said it more times than I can count. I don't understand fashion over, or what is it, style over comfort
or function.
Like, I am function and comfort first.
You should tell the viewers and listeners what flip-flops you actually own. And I really want to know how often you use those.
So I got the Reefs, you know, I'm sure people have seen them, but they got a bottle opener there and it's come in handy more times than I can count.
Really?
Yeah.
On an annual basis, you use that more than 12 times a year?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Easy.
What's the over-under?
20, 25 maybe? Yeah.
Okay, because, I mean, we're talking about a seasonal item, though. For you...
My seasons are a little bit longer than most, you know. Yeah. I'll wear flip-flops in February and, you know, but, yeah, we went to like a party once, and it was just coolers of bottled beer. That's all they had. And there was this guy walking around for like 5-10 minutes, just like holding the beer, just looking lost. And, I flagged him down. I'm like, you need a bottle opener, right? He's like, yeah, I can't find one anywhere. And I said,
hold on.
I got your back. You may not be terribly comfortable with it, though. And he's like, what do you mean? And I had just grabbed a beer, and I took my shoe off, and he's like, pause for a second. He's like, yeah, hit me. So, you know, guys seem to be cool with it. Your wife is definitely not cool with it.
Yeah, but she's anti-feet. Just...
Yeah.
And then anti-feet, and then not knowing where the bottom of those things have been.
Beer sterilizes any, you know.
Well, the beer we drink sterilizes anything, but she drinks that Pilsner crap. So, yeah. I mean, it's not helping. So
you gotta ingest some dirt and germs every once in a while. It builds up the immunity system.
It does. That's a whole topic around the importance of parasites.
You can't live in a bubble.
We're too clean. As a society, we're actually too clean.
I would agree with that.
As a society. You and me, not so much, but as a society.
I shower. Well, a couple times a week.
I shower too, but having the pug hair actually helps. It's like, think of it as like allergy therapy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure I'm allergic to it.
You can't be allergic to it if it's just constantly, you know.
If I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of help, if you feel like you live in the Kansas City area, and if you know someone that you think needs fashion help, or you love someone, or love yourself and you think you need fashion help. So, you know, I was telling you I'm part of that Kansas City VIP thing. Mm-hmm. They sent a note out. The Mayor Sly James even sent a note out that apparently Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. I didn't even, Becca used to watch it.
It's just called Queer Eye now. They don't call it Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. I watch it.
Okay. It's on Netflix now, right?
Yeah, it's great.
All
new guys.
It's just called Queer Eye, though.
Yeah, Di turned it on once, and she's like, watch this. And, yeah, it's pretty entertaining.
So they'll take men and women? Is that the deal? Or
I've seen, it's just been guys.
Transsexuals, too. I mean,
they'll take anybody, I think. But.
So it's gender neutral. So it's just Queer Eye, gender neutral, for the gender neutral.
Just Queer Eye. Okay. It's not complicated.
So just Queer Eye.
Yeah, like a guy that would have been like the perfect member of a jug bluegrass band. Like, okay. He looked like the grandpa of ZZ Top, you know, and it was a good episode. I mean,
I didn't know this about you.
I'm diverse.
You were diverse. I didn't even know you had Netflix. I think you're pirating the Netflix.
Okay, every month comes out.
Well, if you know someone, they're casting right now for the Kansas City area. I think Becca was thinking about nominating me when she saw the note.
I think that'd be great. You got something to work with. I mean, it always helps when you got like facial hair or something that they can really, you know.
Yeah, it grows down and connects with your chest hair. That's the best. I know a few people where that's the case. They got that trail working from their face to their chest.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah. Well, I've seen it. And then they shave it, and it's really funny looking because it looks like the back of your head.
Yeah.
You know,
just ends.
It just ends. Anyway, Queer Eye, just Queer Eye. You can nominate somebody at QEcasting@itv.com. And I'll put this in the show notes that go up on the blog and can put it in the comments, but it's QEcasting@itv.com. You need to send the name of the person, contact info, photos, and their like a little background story. apparently they need an origin story around why they need help.
Yeah, they want to make sure that person's really messed up and really looks bad. That way they can, polish them up in a few days.
Like they wear a pug jacket.
I think you got a chance. You got a shot.
You got a shot. So you need to send the name, contact info, photos, and the story for the person you're nominating. And so I reached out to the Visit KC VIP folks. And I'm like, is there a deadline with this? Like, I've seen no deadline. And apparently there's no hard deadline. They said basically if you can get the nomination in by the end of May, you're going to be in good shape for consideration. So don't delay. If you know someone that this is starting to turn into a public service announcement. If you know someone that needs fashion help, has nothing but cargo shorts, you can nominate them for Queer Eye. So
I would watch that episode.
You would watch it. Well, you're going to get a chance to see some Kansas City, and hopefully it's not me. So, all right, our Triple D discussion for the week. Are you ready?
This one was mine.
This one was yours?
Because this one sticks in my craw on a weekly basis.
On a weekly basis. All right, and I don't even recall, so I'm going to have to look at it and read it. Do you remember it? If you remember it, I'm going to let you say it, but I'm going to remind people.
Right.
If this is the first time they're joining us or the first time they're listening, we throw out a scenario each week and we discuss whether it's a dick, douche, or dumbass move. And actually, here in a couple weeks, hopefully I'll have something exciting to talk about with this whole thing too, because a little side project.
Teasers and that.
Yeah. So this week's scenario is...
Okay. So as a normal person, I go to Costco once a week.
I do too, to shop for cargo shorts.
Yeah, you get a good deal. You get like 12 pairs for $100. And the carts at Costco are excessively large as it is because they know you're going to fill them up. I mean, it's entrapment, So the Triple D this week are people, and Costco's always packed, but it's people that basically just abandon their cart right in the middle of the aisle because they're giving a friggin' sample of a meatball over there, and they just have to drop everything and go get their meatball. It's insanity to me.
So now I've seen the situations where, because a lot of times, and I don't understand this, they will have an aisle, because I'm a frequent Costco shopper. They'll have the Costco aisle. You're working in the aisle. They'll have the sample person like right on the corner, one corner. So if you hit that corner hard, you're going to run right into them.
Mm-hmm.
But then you only have one lane available to pass through.
Like, traffic's got to flow. I mean, those carts are huge. You gotta have a clear path. And when we talked about walking the earth the other day. When I'm going somewhere, I want to get there quick. And when somebody just abandons their cart to go get a sample, and they got 4 kids with it, like it's maddening to me.
See, I don't understand why Costco doesn't implement. I'm a park and ride type of person at Costco. Like, I'll park my cart in a zone and then zip individually to the spots and like just throw shit into my cart.
It helps to be self-aware.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're talking about, these folks are lacking self-awareness. Okay.
And that they can get worked into a frenzy for a half a pizza roll.
Yeah. Or a meatball.
Or a meatball.
Or a panko.
I mean, some of that stuff, but, whatever.
The one that gets me is the coffee. Although I have, it's like the shit Folgers coffee that they're
so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And it's in the styrofoam cup. I'm like, how many planets have you killed in Costco with those fucking styrofoam cups? Like those mini Dixie styrofoam cups.
Yeah. The only one that's better is when they put one chip in like a paper muffin cup. I'm so excited. Like, I've heard of people like we go to Costco around lunchtime and just basically sample our way through lunch. But one, that doesn't interest me. Two, like, get the hell out of the way.
Yeah. That's my general theory about Costco anyway, is because then you have the people lose like if they had a yellow line in the middle of the aisles.
They should put like the street markings.
They
because
should
then
put-
people all of a sudden be like, "Oh crap, this is a no parking zone. It's got a red curb. I can't park there."
Or I need to stay on the same side as my cart. So my cart
Yeah.
needs to move with me. So I'm not me here, cart there. All right, this is to me is, I mean, we've devolved a little bit, but this to me is dumbass. This is just,
100% dumbass.
this to me is 100% dumbass.
Yeah.
Jay, what about you? If your parents take you to Costco?
Well, arguably, I would say it's all three.
Doesn't care about a meatball. Like,
But they also don't care about other people.
Yes.
yeah, it's either dick or dumbass to me, but
A dude-
hard lean towards dumbass.
Yeah, it's a hard lean toward. I could see a dick seeing somebody that needs to go through the aisle and decide to cut another person off to get a meatball, not because he said he or
That's
she
another
wanted a
wrinkle there. Yeah,
he or she didn't really want the fucking meatball. They just wanted to cut off the person that was trying to get to the meatball.
because like the pizza, they're trying to cook a 12-inch pizza in like a toaster oven, and they cut it up and literally it's gone in 1 minute. So I could see somebody cutting in front of somebody, grabbing that last like minuscule slice of za, but
And I could see then a douche you were talking about the family angle, decide to feed the family and have a family intervention or family meeting right there ahead of you trying to get in the aisle. I could see,
Taking seconds.
yeah, taking seconds. Even, oh my God.
all right, seconds is a douche word.
Seconds in the samples. The only time I might do that is what's the bread they sell around the holidays? We met them at the
the
YouTube.
Strawberry Hill.
Yeah, the strawberry. We met them at the
Povatizza.
YouTube. The Povatizza bread. I think maybe that's the only time I've been a douche and taken a seconds is at the
Because I always have them like lined up, like there's 5 different types, and you just like